Hello and welcome to my video where I'm going to show you how to knit a pine tree motif with a bubble on the top. I'm going to show you how to knit a single motif in case you want to put one in the middle of a hat or a mitten, but of course you can repeat this motif as many times as you wish to make a pattern. Right, so the first thing you need to do is cast on a multiple of 10 stitches plus 1. I'm only doing one repeat, so I've only cast on 11 stitches. I did this using the long tail cast on, but you could use your favourite method. As you can see, I've already done a couple of rows of the pattern, and to follow along you need to do knit stitches for row 1 and purl stitches for row 2. Note that every wrong side row, i.e. every even numbered row, will just be purl stitches throughout this pattern. Then for row 3 you need to begin with a knit stitch, and then you need to do a yarn over and then purl 3. To do a yarn over, bring the working yarn between the needles to the front, then take it around the outside of the right hand needle to the back, and then bring it through to the front again between the needles. Basically, you're just wrapping the yarn anti-clockwise once around the right hand needle. Then you need to do a centered double decrease, which is an S2 KPO. And to do this, you take your right hand needle up through the next 2 stitches together, knitwise, and then just slip these off the needle and onto the right hand needle. Then you knit a stitch, then you use your left hand needle to pick up the 2 stitches that you slipped. Take them over the stitch you just knit and drop them off the end of the needle. And that's an S2 KPO decrease completed. And then just purl 3 stitches. And then you make a yarn over and knit a stitch. Normally, when you're about to do a knit stitch, you make sure the working yarn is at the back behind the needles, but because we're doing a yarn over before the knit stitch, we don't need to do that. Instead, we go straight into doing the knit stitch, and this forces the working yarn to come from the front, to go around the right hand needle to the back in order to complete the stitch. And that's what creates the yarn over. Obviously, if you have more stitches than me, you would then just repeat yarn over, purl 3, S2 KPO decrease, purl 3, yarn over, knit 1, over and over until the end of the row. Then row 4 is just the usual purl row. The pattern for the next few rows is very similar to what we've already done, so I'm just going to put the pattern up on screen. Then for row 9 you begin with a knit stitch, and then the repeating section starts with 3 knit stitches. Then make a yarn over and do an S2 KPO decrease. So bring the working yarn between the needles to the front, then around the outside of the right hand needle to the back, and then do an S2 KPO. So slip the next 2 stitches knitwise together, then knit a stitch, and pass the slip stitches over the knit stitch and off the end of the needle. Just make doubly sure that you only pick up the slip stitches and not the yarn over when passing them over the knit stitch. And then you need to make a yarn over and knit 4 stitches. The working yarn will therefore need to come from the front to complete the first knit stitch, and that's what creates the yarn over. And then if you've got more stitches than me, you need to repeat knit 3, yarn over, S2 KPO, yarn over and knit 4, over and over until the end of the row. Then row 10 is just a purl row as usual. And you begin row 11 with 1 knit stitch. Then the repeating section begins with 4 knit stitches. And then you need to make a bobble. To do this, you first need to do a KFBF double increase, which is where you knit into the front, the back, and then the front again of the same stitch. So do all of the usual steps of a knit stitch, but don't slip the stitch off the needle. Instead, take the right hand needle down through the back of the same stitch. Then do the usual steps of a knit stitch, and again, don't slip the stitch off the needle. And then finally, you knit into the front of the same stitch. So it's just a normal knit stitch, and this time you do slip the stitch off the needle. And that's a double increase completed. You then need to turn your work and purl 3 stitches. Then turn your work again so the right side is facing you and do an S2 KPO. So slip the next 2 stitches together, knitwise, knit a stitch, then take the slip stitches over the knit stitch and drop them off the end of the needle. And that's 1 bobble completed. You then just knit 5 stitches. If you have more stitches than me, you then need to repeat knit 4, make a bobble and knit 5 over and over until the end of the row. And then the last row, which is row 12, is just the usual row of purl stitches. And that's it, that's a single tree motif completed. As you can see, it's a pretty lace pattern with a bobble at the top, and you can put this motif on any knitting project you like. Here you can see a sample where I repeated this motif. For the first 12 rows, I just knit the pattern as I've already shown you in this video, and then for the next 12 rows, I did an offset tree motif. Basically, if you think of the pattern repeat as a rectangular block, I place the block in the centre of the knitting, adding 5 extra stitches on either side. And that's it, that's how you knit a pine tree motif with a bobble. I really hope this was useful for you, and thank you very much for watching.